A new survey suggests solo travel is becoming more popular, with 52% of Canadians indicating they plan to travel by themselves within the next year. The data from Flight Centre Canada also shows solo travel among women is on the rise. So let's dig into that. I'm joined live by Amra Durakovic, the head of communications at Flight Centre Travel Group Canada. Thanks so much for being here, Amra.
Well, thank you, Beatrice.
Let's start with, have you done it?
Absolutely, I have. I've been a solo traveler for around 25 years now, so I don't want to reveal too much about my age, but yes, it's been a long time.
I wouldn't say that I've done it. I just spent 24 hours by myself in Buenos Aires recently, so I just kind of put my toe in. But according to the stats, why are people doing it more?
Absolutely. Well, they're traveling solo to really look for self-reflection, contemplation, and just to navigate the world independently. It's very freeing. I was recently in Morocco, for example, and for me it felt so exciting to just be in the thrill of that space and something that was completely different. But I also was able to enjoy multi-experiences because there's so many things that I could do, from enjoying culinary delights to seeing historic ruins, but also looking at the natural beauty of the desert. And that's what more and more Canadians are demanding.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with exactly that. You get to make your own decisions for where you go. For me, I mean, as an overthinker, I booked myself a food tour that first night. I don't love eating alone, but I like experiencing and exploring on my own. How does, I guess, the female component especially play into this? Morocco, is that somewhere, I guess, safe for women to go? And how do women decide where they can and can't go?
Indeed. A lot of women are actually traveling through tours. And I think there's a misconception that tours are more expensive for solo travelers, but not anymore. The industry is very attuned to the demands of solo travelers. And with this increase that we've personally seen at Flight Centre, a 62% increase in solo travel bookings, tour operators are now waiving the supplemental single fee. So you're no longer punished, as you would think, for being a solo traveler. So there's a lot Trafalgar, Intrepid, and G Adventures, they're all now catering to the solo traveler.
Where you're right, in the past, if you had single occupancy in a room, you were almost paying like for yourself plus half. When it comes to why people are doing this, is this about like people's eat, pray, love moment? Are they having midlife crises where they're trying to go and not run from life, but maybe learn things about themselves in the process too?
Absolutely. It is pointing towards a larger shift of self-development. Specifically, according to our YouGov data, we found that Canadians are hoping to connect and culturally immerse themselves with the places that they're traveling to. And also, according to our own booking data, there's around 20 days on average that solo travelers spend on a trip, which means they're not looking for a quick getaway. They really are looking for this journey of self-discovery, which, as you can imagine, will take a little bit more time than 6 days.
Absolutely. I mean, that's quite an immersive experience. I'm curious if your surveys looked at ages, too, because, for example, when you're 20s, everyone wants to go have a great time, explore the world. When you get into your 30s, 40s, maybe you're single, your friends have families, now you're kind of looking for a travel buddy to go with.
Well, it's funny that you say that. According to our booking data, we do have a lot of women who are traveling solo, but they're not single women. These are married women. They just choose to travel solo. And now, according to the YouGov data, Gen X, or pardon me, Gen Z, they are the ones that are most inclined to travel solo. And I would suspect that's because they probably don't have a mortgage to pay for or children to run around, whereas millennials are the least likely to travel solo.
Yeah, I dream of not having a mortgage to pay for. Wouldn't that be nice? As someone who's done it, what kind of advice do you give to people then who are maybe thinking about solo traveling or exploring the idea?
Absolutely. Well, I think definitely do your research. Consult with a travel agent. They're the ones that are able to share with you where are the best options for you to go, and specifically, how would you feel safe as a woman? A lot of countries that women are traveling to now solo would be European destinations like Portugal, Spain, and Denmark. And then on the flip side, we also have a lot of women who are traveling through tours. And the most popular destinations for 2024 via tour solo travel would be Morocco, Madagascar, and Kenya. So just visually stunning and culturally rich destinations. And all of these destinations give travelers that unique variety that they're craving for. Specifically solo travelers, they're craving exploration and connection.
And nature, I think, plays a big part in that too. So when I was in Buenos Aires, not as many solo travelers, not as many solo travelers. Patagonia, I met tons of them, especially women. Listen, a great conversation. Amra Durakovic, thank you so much for coming in.
Well,
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me here.
You bet.